everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm coming on to share some paints that I've been playing with. Now, a long time ago I bought these mixed media by Pebeo, and they've got the Fantasy Moon, the Fantasy Prism, Vitrail and ceramic paints. There are, I can try and show you them. Oops, that's upside down. I don't know whether or not I can show you. You have like 3 of the Fantasy Moon paints, 3 of the Prism, 4 vitrails and 2 ceramic. The vitrails are the glass ones and the other 2 are ceramics. I had a lot of fun playing with the Fantasy Prism ones, but you only get 3 colours, a black, a gold and a bluey colour. So I bought some of these before Christmas, and these are just the Fantasy Prism set. And you can see you've got, what's that, 12 different colours there. And you can see the honeycomb effects that they create. There's a couple of greens, a black, silvery grey, a kind of gold. I think that's white and a cream and a blue and a purple, that kind of thing. And a kind of, I don't know, browny, coppery colour, I guess. And I played with them before Christmas, and I made some stars and things. Some went out on Christmas cards, but I then decided, well, I thought I'd have a go at making a pendant or something like that. I did make something. I could show you it. It's upstairs, and I forgot to bring it down. But I made a disc with a little hole in it, a bit like that shape, but on a grander scale, and a toggle that came through and rested on there. And I thought, oh, I'd like to make some more kind of jewellery type things, but it's really hard to get the shapes right. So I looked on eBay and I picked up this silicone mould. Now I think it's mainly for resin, because if you see these little stalky bits that are there to help you keep a hole so that you can use them for jewellery. I think it works better obviously with a liquid going in there, like a resin. But if you're careful and you manage to get your clay around it and everything, it worked fine. It smoothed them off. I didn't wait long enough for them to dry. I was very impatient. I waited for the backs to dry, but the front surfaces were a bit rough and ready. But I have sanded them all. I did wait for them to dry. I've sanded them. The holes worked out fine on all of them, I think, so I can't really complain about that. I think this stalk here bent a little bit, and so the hole was at a funny angle, but nothing too bad. So that was really inexpensive, and it worked fine. And this is what I've created, and I'll show you. They're not quite dry. They've been drying overnight, but they need to dry for, I think it says 16 hours or something like that. So let me show you what's happened there. Can you see all the sort of cells and things, the honeycomb effect? So I've painted them gold on the back and the sides. They're quite chunky. They're not very heavy though, and I don't know if that would be a problem, because if you want it as a jewellery, you don't want some flyaway thing. I will need to varnish them obviously when they're done, but you know, I might wear them just because they're a bit different. I do like that blue. And you can see I've put 2 colours on here. There's this kind of reddy kind of colour and some blue, but it literally decides itself where, you know, how it's going to go. They were nice round dots, but they just do their own thing. You can't force it into a dot shape. That's another one. Purple's quite nice as well. And obviously you don't have to use 2 colours, you could just use 1. The purple's got a kind of gold shimmery thing to it already in itself. I think I've added a bit of blue as well, but that gold I think has come just from the purple. This one's a bit of a banana-y shaped one. Obviously got it out the mould too soon, and it's a little bit curved, but it still worked. And in fact I think this paint works best in a thick layer, so where it has pooled in the middle, that's where you've had most of the cells. Also, this paint is quite sort of self-levelling. I did have a couple of incidents, not on this one, but where the paint dripped down the side, but that was mainly me pushing it off the side. It's kind of stops and doesn't, you know, doesn't pour off the edges. It tries to stay. And I just used a cocktail stick to sort of move it around a bit. And then when you leave it, these cells appear. And, whoops, anyway, I just thought I'd share them because I think they're pretty. And I've used them on those wooden pieces. So I used them on wooden stars to go on top of Christmas tree cards. Oops, that's a bit close. And not so keen on that one. I don't know, it's the whitey one, but I did put some black in it, but it's just kind of made a kind of grey mushy colour. That one's a little bit better though. And then this one was a little tiny, it was actually quite a fiddly little thing, but it's come out quite well in the end. And you don't have to have them as jewellery. You could put a ring on it, you could put them on tags, all sorts of things. Journals. I don't know how robust they'll be. You know, it's just one of those things really. I'm going to have a little fiddle in and play and see what they're like. But I just fancied making some shapes and putting some paint on and seeing the effects it makes. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Hope you enjoyed that. And don't know when I'll be back, but in the meantime, stay safe and well, and I will see you when I see you. Bye for now.